Welcome everyone to this Writing Part 2 Survey Response Analysis. Before we start, I want to let you know that I will be using the Writing Part 2 Survey Response Tips and Strategies Guide. Now we do have a video about this guide. You can find that in our CELPIP library, Writing Part 2. And down here at the bottom. Now this video will guide you step by step on how to use the guide and the important tips and strategies to remember about writing part 2. So if you'd like to watch that video, I will leave a link to CELPIP Library in the description box. For today, I will just be going over the pages quickly. We need to understand the topic. These are the factors which influence our score. Ideas, vocabulary, survey structure, sentence construction and grammar, and we need to have a complete response. I will be doing all those today. Now about email tone for our survey response. Usually it's never informal, okay? Because we're writing about something important. So usually it's semi-formal and sometimes formal if the survey is conducted maybe by a city organization or the government. Okay, but in most cases it's semi-formal. We'll see the question today. And so this is the survey structure that I will be using. Okay, now let's get started. So everyone, I'm just here in the Writing Part 2 section of the CELPIP library. And today we are going to be doing a sample from Volume 2, Apartment Security. So let's get started. So then everyone, let's read the question. Responding to surveys, apartment security survey, okay? You live in an apartment building. The apartment management wants to improve the security of the building. Okay, so they want to improve the security. Maybe there's been some kind of crime or robberies, break-in enters, okay? So they want to improve the security. One option is to install a new lock in each apartment. The other option is to install more security cameras in the building. Okay, well, if you ask me, I think security cameras would work better, right? It's just, I think so. I'm not sure about locks. The management is surveying your opinion on these security improvement plans. Okay, so what could make the building more secure? What could improve security? Okay. Option A, I choose to have a new lock for my apartment. Option B, I choose to have more cameras in the building. Okay. Well, like I said, I probably would already go for B. I think it would provide more security, just my opinion. But let's remember that there's not a right opinion or a wrong opinion. And personally, I would advise you that you should write whatever you feel you have more knowledge about. Okay? I think either one could be very effective and strong, okay? But yes, whatever you feel that you can express more strongly, that's what you should write. Now, we're going to write here a level 7 to 9 example. I've already made the template of the guide that we should be following, okay? Just right here. And what I'm gonna be trying to illustrate is basically just the language part. Okay, how can we get to level 9? How can we do that? Well, It starts with level 7 to 8. And 7 to 8, all you need to do for 7 to 8, you need to write a well-organized response without many simple errors and with some stronger language, okay? Now, level 9s, we need stronger ideas, stronger language, and I'm going to do a combination of both because a combination of both 7/8 would equal 9, okay, in terms of our content. So let's start with our first sentence, which is the greeting. Who you're writing, dear apartment management. To start, I'm so grateful to be part of this apartment security survey for our building residents. Okay, I would say in the greeting, there's nothing really that we should worry about. We want to just make sure that we introduce everything strongly. Don't forget, everyone, that I am using structure and all my structure is in blue. Okay, means we can always start like that. Let's get to which option we choose. In my opinion, option B, installing security cameras, would be much more beneficial for ensuring the security and safety of our tenants. Okay. I wouldn't say there's anything really strong in here. Nothing very strong. It's just very clear and direct. And that's what we need to do in the greeting. Okay. We want to make sure that we are exactly on topic and it's clear. Yeah, saying exactly which option you choose would really be beneficial. And ensuring the security and safety of our tenants, changing the topic a little bit. Okay, it's about apartment security, but is it really about apartment security? It's more about ensuring the security and safety of the tenants at the apartment building, okay? So for sure, we're in the 7 to 8, 9 range right now. 7 to 8. I wouldn't say there's something really that tells me it's 9 yet, but I'm building towards that in the later paragraphs, okay? Let's go to the first idea. First and most importantly, I believe that a camera system could be more effective because it would provide total surveillance of our building. Okay, again, very clear and direct idea. Okay, we're using some modalities, would provide stronger language, still in the 7 to 8 range here. Okay, clear and direct, all right. For example, crimes have commonly happened at night while everyone has been sleeping, or during the day when everyone has usually been away at work. Okay, all right, good example of trying to say when crimes happened. Okay, we haven't connected to total surveillance yet, but the examples is just trying to make a case or make an example about it. Okay, now I would say here again, we're in the 8 category. A little bit 9, the again 7 to 8s, they don't have a complete use of perfect tenses. Using present perfect continuous, and present perfect again, this is something that's more common in the 9 category, okay? 7 to 8s, they can use present perfect and they can use present perfect continuous, but they probably can't use it in the same sentence. And that's why I feel this sentence here, it's more in the 9 category now, just because of the grammar use, okay? All right. Now, we should connect here to explain what total surveillance and how we can stop crime. Therefore, the camera system could monitor our building more efficiently during these crucial periods. I see. Okay, very good. Very good here. So it's saying that the camera system can provide total surveillance of the building. And what does total surveillance mean? Well, we're saying that crimes have usually happened during these times at night and when people are away at work. And therefore, or so, the camera system could monitor our building more efficiently during these crucial times. I like the more efficiently. More efficiently, adverb use, okay? Adverb use. Commonly, usually. Again, that is something more 8 and 9 would do. More 9s, actually. Level 7s and 8s, they still struggle to use adverb forms correctly, like I just did. They struggle to do that correctly because adverb forms more efficiently, usually, commonly, these forms are more for advanced English users, okay? Or at least it's not part. Level 7s and 8s, let me be clear, they understand adverbs, they understand it. And we learn about usually and commonly in lower levels. But can you use it? That's the question. And usually level 7s and 8s, more level 7s, they don't commonly use adverbs, okay? 8s and 9s, they do use them more, okay? So these last two sentences, now I'm seeing more of a 9 range here. Still, in some parts 7, in some parts higher level, okay? All right, very good idea, very good explanation. Let's get to the second part. Another important reason is that the camera system might be more effective for investigating criminal activity. Okay. So we've changed our modal here from could to might. Good. More effective for investigating criminal activity. I think that is also a good. This for investigating criminal activity, also something that sevens struggle with. Using gerunds or prepositional phrases like this for investigating criminal activity. Something that level 7s have a difficulty with sometimes. So a little bit stronger here in the sentence, okay? Now it's not clear how, so we need to give an example here again. For instance, if a crime happened last month, we could easily review the video footage from last month to pinpoint the crime and culprits. Strong. There we go. Strong example. Some parts are strong, well, I feel it's strong. First of all, we're using here, note, everybody, please take note. We're using an unreal conditional, okay? A second, third conditional. Past tense. If a crime happened, so it happened last month, if. So this is when we use past tense, and then we have a modal result we could review. This is an unreal conditional, okay? It means it didn't happen, but if it did happen, okay? So that's strong, something that sevens they're not really aware of that. 8s and 9s, more 9s we should. And then this part here, okay, that is a strong noun clause. Let me just explain a little bit noun clauses since we're talking about that. Level 7s might do this. we could easily review the video footage, period. Okay, you see? The sentence can be over right there. It can be over. Something that level 7s will do. Level 8s, they might do this. We could easily review the video footage from last month. Okay? Still correct. All right? Now, level 9s, they will explain more clearly and they will use phrases or they will describe the noun, the video footage, more. And that's why we added to pinpoint the crime and the culprits. Even here, it would be over. To pinpoint the crime and culprits. So, in terms of language, it's a strong sentence, okay? In terms of its vocabulary, it's also a strong sentence. Video footage, that is very strong. Level 7/8s might not know that. That's what you get when you record or use cameras. And also, to pinpoint, 7 and 8s were still used to find or to discover. But to pinpoint the crime means to find exactly the crime. And culprits, criminals, is even 7, 8, maybe 8. But culprits, the criminals, the ones who committed the crime, that's a higher level word. So very strong sentence here, okay? Very strong in terms of its grammar and its vocabulary. And very good. We gave an example of what we mean by more effective for investigating criminal activity. And now let's explain. Consequently, the camera system could enable us to solve crimes more easily and deter criminals. Okay, so this sentence is not as strong as the previous one, but it still is strong. Camera system could enable us, okay? Level 7 wants to say help. They want to say could help us. Even level 8. But level 9, we should know enable, which means help us to solve crimes more easily and deter criminals. Again, I want to say about sentence expansion. We can end the sentence there, crimes more easily. We want to expand sentences, which is something that level 9s will do to get more words. Okay, I'll say something about that in the end. And deter, that's a stronger word. Deter, level 7/8s, you want to say stop. Deter is a stronger word to mean keep away the criminals. Strong paragraph here, strong sentence, strong conclusion here. I'm seeing strong. This is now in the lower 9s. Okay? The combination already. Two strong paragraphs that give an idea, exemplify, and explain. Okay? Very strong there. And so let's get to our closing then. We don't need to give a third idea. We've given two strong ideas. Let's get to our closing. Okay, let's see what we have. Overall, I strongly support the idea of installing security cameras because, weak, it could prove to be an eye in the sky system. Wow. Very strong here. An eye in the sky system. That means, well, it means someone watching, like God watching. That's what an eye in the sky system. And that is used usually to describe some way to protect or secure. So it fits very well here. And then how? How? By providing surveillance 24/7. 24/7. Good expression. And assisting us more efficiently at solving crimes. Mhm. Wow, okay. Okay. So I'm just looking at assisting us more efficiently there. Okay. So strong closing. And closings, usually they don't have to be strong, but I think that if we want to bring in some stronger language and stronger vocabulary, focus on the closing, because the closing could be the part that could guarantee you your 9, as it has here. Even though I already felt that this was 9 or higher in these parts, okay, already in those paragraphs. In this part here, I can see very strong language, and eye in the sky system, and surveillance 24/7, good expressions, and very strong, okay? So I said here the first part was weak because installing security cameras. That's exactly what the topic is. But the explanation that followed, and also this expression, could prove to be, not just it could be an eye in the sky system. We could say that. It could be an eye in the sky system. Now, prove to be means we can it could finally give us 100% security. It could prove that to us, okay? So, strong closing, and now just a final sentence. We still should get that final sentence in there. Thank you for your attention, and I hope my opinion will be of value to you. I think up to here, maybe we had about 180, 190. And I think about up to here, we should have 207. There you go. 207. 207 words. Okay. I think that's great. I think if we are trying to get 9, especially for 9s, it's you can get 9 with 160 words or 170 words. You're going to spend a lot of time thinking of those words. And also, it's going to be difficult to explain with, it's going to be difficult to explain 2 ideas clearly with 160, 170 words. 180, yes, but if you want to ensure you're level 9 or higher, let's try to write 190 to 200 or 190 to 210, in that range. It's okay if you go over a few words like we did here. Level 7s and 8s, I don't want you to get stressed. This is not what you need for level 7 or 8, okay? This is a good example, level 7 and 8s, of how we can structure our survey response, and really good example of how we can explain ideas, give idea, give an example, explain the connection, give idea, give an example, explain, okay? And also some useful grammar and language development. I know it's hard to use present perfect and present perfect continuous and present perfect at the same time. So let's try and work on that, okay? And also, of course, it's difficult to have some of these words. These words in combination and in totality, everything about this email survey response is 9. It's got 200 words, it's got strong explanation, and it's got strong language, okay? Especially these phrases, and I found some vocabulary in here that for sure, and some grammar use that is strong, okay? So level 7 and 8, we want to use this as an example of how we can improve and how can we build our responses, okay? And level 9s, it's about practice. I think that you should have this kind of language, or it's easier for you to retain and keep this language. And so, for that reason, I think that it will be useful, everyone, for us to type it. Read it first, read it a few times, then try to type it. Try to type it out as many times as you can. And the best way for you to test your knowledge is to try and write this example in 26 minutes from your knowledge, not from memory, okay? From your knowledge. Level 9s, we have this knowledge. We just need to brush it up, okay? Okay, everyone, I am going to leave a link in the description box to this sample answer so you can read it, okay? And also in that link, you will find some practice exercises. And as well, if you need more CELPIP listening, reading, writing, or speaking part 2 examples, our CELPIP library has over 60 examples. Okay? Lots of good examples for you to read and rewrite and practice. And at the bottom of that link, you'll find a discount code. Because you've watched till the end, then there's a discount code, CELPIP79. And if you use that discount code, you can get a 3-month subscription of our CELPIP library for only $10.99. Everyone, that's a steal of a deal. And it includes, of course, our CELPIP library includes all current and past CELPIP exams, as well as lots of our own CELPIP examples. So everyone, I encourage you to subscribe to the CELPIP library. And don't forget that practice makes perfect.